Welcome back to Sip to Tally Films. I'm your host, Coach Evans, and these are the four things that came across my desk on January 18th, 2024. First off, let's get right into it. I appreciate everybody for subscribing, all the new subscribers I've got, all the views I've got recently, and just in general. I just want to say thank you to everybody that has participated in the growth of this channel, and just want to let you know that I appreciate it. Also, thank you to all the Patreons, too. Shout out to everybody that's a Patreon. If you want to join the Patreon, go to patreon.com/SipToTally. Let's get right into it. First off, I came across this podcast 2 days ago, and I like it. I subscribe to it, and it's called The Trenches with Zaire Franklin. And listening to it, he has some interesting things to say about CJ Stroud, about his growth, his maturation, and how good he is. And I kind of tend to take his word for it because he's played them twice. Also, he's the bruh, so root to the bruh, root Franklin. And let's take a look at what Zaire had to say about CJ Stroud and his growth and maturation. Staying on the topic of the Houston Texans, I also listened to a presser for Coach Demeco Ryan. Coach Ryan has done a great job in his first year as a head coach. He was a former defensive coordinator with the San Francisco 49ers. He's brought a different mentality defensively to the Houston Texans. CJ Stroud is doing what he does as a rookie. Amazing job so far. And he had some interesting things to say about the Ravens, about, as far as the week one matchup and the growth of Lamar and the team and whatnot. And let's kind of take a listen to what Coach Ryan had to say about the Baltimore Ravens.
For the Ravens, I feel like they've grown throughout the season as an offense. I feel like they're much more efficient. Lamar is playing exceptional football, right? MVP caliber football. He's doing a really good job of, not only running the ball or creating off-schedule plays, but getting the ball to his playmakers. Zay Flowers truly pops off the tape with his explosiveness, his dynamic playmaking ability. He's a problem in the open field with the ball in his hand. So we have to do a really good job of tackling in space. It's going to be huge in this game, right? Not just one guy being at the ball, but got to have multiple guys around him because he's such a dynamic player.
And now to, some in-house news, so to speak. Melvin Gordon was waived, which is crazy. Fumbling the ball, man. And I think that was his first fumble of the year, even though he had limited touches, but he had a history of fumbling. And the timing was just not very good for it. Even though other people have fumbled too, because Gus has fumbles in recent games. Man, him fumbling and picking up Cook, crazy. Speaking of Cook, that opens the door for him to be active, in my opinion. So I'm looking at and thinking that the three backs we're going to have active for Saturday's game, Justice Hill, Dalvin Cook, and Gus Edwards. It's not bad, in my opinion. I think Justice and Gus will get the majority of the snaps. I think Cook will get some time to try to shine and get some love. So I'm excited to see what he can do with the team, running some zone stuff, running some inside-outside zone stuff, maybe some counter. I still think Gus needs to be like our power back and our duo back. But him and Justice can split those other carries. And, again, Dalvin Cook is a formidable target out the backfield, too. So, again, fresh legs. Hadn't played much all year. I don't even think he had 100 carries all year. Maybe, well, I don't think he had 100 carries all year. All right, let's move on to the last thing I got for you today. Marlon Humphreys may be out. Look like he's trending toward being out Saturday versus the Houston Texans. So where do we go? Well, who steps up and takes his place? Well, obviously Brandon Stephens has had an amazing year so far. So, we know what we're going to get from Brandon Stephens. Is it Ronald Darby? Is it Rocky Sin? Who steps up and takes Marlowe's place, and who fills that gap? Who fills that role? That's an interesting question. How much does it hurt us? It hurts, but I don't think it's like detrimental because of the overall defense has been playing really, really good. I think it also helps that Houston is down some of their receiving receiving core too, so that doesn't hurt as much. That doesn't make it hurt as much, but hopefully Mike has a plan to deal with Houston and their play action game to keep guys from getting over the top. I think if we make them drive down the field, we should be good, and that will protect whoever plays that other corner. You're looking at Darby, you're looking at Rocky Sin, you're looking at, I think Marlet's more of a slot guy. I can't even think of any other names right off the top of my head. So, but whoever it is, man, next man up, get it done, and go out there and be great, man. Go out there and get a victory. And that's all I have for you today on January 18th. What up, Flock Nation? Let's go and get this dub, man. A lot of yapping, but we about that action. Peace and love.